If you're like me, you're always super competitive at everything. You want to win because winning is good, it's fun, and I've always approached life that way, but sometimes it's too much. I'll give you an example. Last week, I was in a living room playing a board game with some friends, and I was honestly really enjoying the game. Thing is, I was using like 100% of my brain cells just to think of the best possible play I could make, and I just thought like, Jesus bro, I gotta chill the f*** out. I won, by the way, just it's an important detail. Now I guess I was used to this, cause as I said, I'm hyper competitive. No matter what I'm doing, I want to win. So I never really gave it a second thought, up until now, because I started to think like, is it actually good for us to be competitive at everything we do? This all started because some people who I am very close with, they told me that sometimes I'm so competitive that I'm not willing to strengthen my friendships at the expense of not trying my hardest, aka not trying my best so that other people can have fun. So this got me thinking like, am I doing something wrong? Should I feel guilty because of it? Now hear me out, in a perfect world, you would only be competitive when it really mattered. But honestly, what a sad life that would be. I don't know about you, but for me, competitiveness is what makes life fun. Why do I love playing football? Because it's competitive. When I'm playing and everyone starts to get tired, the game becomes boring. Board games are alike. I wouldn't find it fun if I wasn't giving it my all. And at the end of the day, we all play to have fun, right? And the conclusion that I came to was that I have fun if I win. Not saying I won't have fun if I don't win, because that would be also a terrible life, but it makes sense to try our best, no? There are a million examples about this. Why are ranked video games so popular? Competitiveness. You want to get the best rank possible so you can defeat your friends in the game. So they create this imaginary hierarchy so that even if the game is shit, the people who spend countless hours playing it will feel like they've actually achieved something. Now here's an interesting thing about hierarchies. By the time I was writing this, I was reading a book, and for some reason a chapter of the book was dedicated to the competitiveness of lobsters. Don't ask me why. But essentially it talked about how male lobsters will fight each other, sometimes even to death, all with the goal of establishing a hierarchy. After the hierarchy has been established, the lobster at the top of the chain is deemed the most valuable. As a result, it is chosen by the female lobsters to reproduce, since it should have the best genetics. On the other hand, the ones who lose the duels, if they didn't die, they will live the rest of their life in shame without reproducing, and always, staying away from the territory of the lobster that indeed won the fight. Now, when I read this, I was fascinated. The fact that hierarchies have existed way before the human race came to fruition. It also led me to wonder, is this overcompetitiveness I experienced a gendered problem, or is it something that both genders experience? So after reading some papers, the research says that men tend to be more competitive. Also, out of curiosity, I took a look at the primary reasons as to why each gender plays video games. Now, I took this information from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. But essentially, for men, the reasons for playing video games are competition and then destruction. Interesting. For women, on the other hand, number one is completion, as in finding all locations and collections inside of the game, and also designed, so expressing themselves by customizing certain things, whether it's characters or a house, whatever it is. So yeah, after reading all that, I think it's safe to say that as a general note, men tend to be more over-competitive than women. That said, we need to be more careful about whether or not competition is having a negative impact in our life. Needless to say that if you're losing friendships because of your competitiveness, you should probably take a chill pill. But in all seriousness, competition has been a driving force behind innovation and progress throughout history. Think about it, from the space race to technological advancements, competition has pushed us in many ways to achieve remarkable feats. There's a reason why so many innovations are created during times of war. It's because competition is present. So, is this drive always healthy? Probably not. Listen, competition could be a powerful motivator, but it can also lead to stress, burnout, and a constant fear of failure. This is just me speaking from my experience, but the pressure to outperform others can sometimes overshadow the joy of the journey itself. So I guess you just gotta think, like, is it really worth sacrificing our well-being for the sake of competition? Yeah. No, in all seriousness, what's the verdict? Should we be competitive or not? Well, it's all about finding the right balance. Healthy competition can be a great motivator, pushing us to improve and, eventually strive for excellence. However, it's crucial to recognize when it becomes toxic and detrimental to our mental health. As I said in the beginning, I'll personally argue that being competitive will almost never be detrimental. Just don't be that guy that turns everything into a competition. I bet I can eat that hamburger faster than you. That's just stupid. But yeah, that's all I had to say for today. Guess I gotta go. It's getting pretty late now. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I love you. See you in the next one. Peace out.